going to break a couple of tackles. And he's got some room across the 40, inside the 30, still on his feet, down to the 25. A South Fork first down, BPC. That's going to take it down to about the Pony 23-yard line. I got a 41-yard gain for Hensley on the play.
So they're going to come out with a wide receiver set once again. Be a quick pitch to Horwood over on the far side. He's going to get it up. He's going to be hit at the 20-yard line.
No block. So gain of 3.
So what we're doing here is, because of the internet quality that we have, we're not able to get enough to create the live stream. So if you want to listen, we're going to do audio only. We are recording it, so we will be able to post it, I would venture to say, either later tonight or tomorrow.
Right.
Dwayne will get it posted. So you will be able to watch the contest, and unfortunately, just because of the way things are going, we won't be able to do it live. Is that correct, Miles? So that's where we're at right now, but it's going to bring up a
2nd and 9. Quick pitch to Powell, and he's got nowhere to go. He's going to be thrown back for a loss, back to the 25-yard line.
I've got a wall and a pole right here to my left, Chris. I can't see
the
play at all. I'm going to have to use the what we have here in front of us.
Clock down to 2:18 to go. No score still here in the opening quarter.
Spartans going to come to the line here on 3rd down. Hensley going to drop back, look to pass. He's going to throw over the middle. Pass is incomplete, intended for Dalton Huffman.
So that's going to bring up a 4th and 13 for the Spartans. Spartans going to go for it here. The ball at the 25-yard line.
Hensley's going to drop back, look to throw, scramble near side, and that's going to be a face mask.
A horse collar?
No flags whatsoever. That's got either a face mask or a horse collar, but no call.
Number 30 on the stop. Don't even have a number 30 for the Ponies, but he's on the stop. So the Ponies will take over 1st and 10 back at the Spartan, or at their own 33-yard line, 32-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. No score.
Split backfield for the Ponies. It's going to be a handoff to the big man.
Number 55 on the carry.
He's going to power his way forward. Finally gets brought down at about the 40-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 8, Chris.
Joey Patterson on the carry. And a timeout taken by the Ponies here with 1:35 to play. Second and 3 out of the timeout for South Fork.
I have the one you sent me, So timeout here from Kincaid High School. No score, 1:35 remaining here in the first quarter of action. They're going to come out of the timeout. 2nd down for the Ponies. Handoff going to go near side this time. It's going to be enough for a 1st down. And he's going to be up across the 45-yard line.
Number 8, Hensley, I should say. He's going to get up the first down of the night for the Ponies, and they may have found something. You saw who the lead blocker was. That was 55, Joey Patterson. Big man leading the way for the Ponies. A 1st and 10 from their 47.
This time his handoff's going to go back to the big man once again. He's going to have it up to about the 50-yard line, it looks like.
Gain of 3.
Patterson on the carry, brought down by Huffman.
Joey Patterson.
No, we don't. We only have 4.
Have him listed at 74 inches and 232 pounds.
Had a momentary pause picking up the programs earlier, and I was like, whoa, 7-3. Oh, wait a minute. Those are inches, not feet. Handoff and Henley on the carry. He's going to bounce it around and nowhere to go.
He almost would have been better if he would have went straight forward into the line. When he bounced it out, there were 2 Spartan defenders out there. Very short gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think Horwell 10 on the stop for BPC.
Sweet G's. 39 Sweet G's. Watch that.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd and we'll call it 6 for the Ponies. Ball just inside the 50-yard line into Spartan
It
territory.
was likely the last play of the quarters. We're down to 15 seconds on the clock.
Handoff's going to go to 55. He's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Number 73.
White Hodgkins.
It's going to be a loss of 2. Mark it back to the 49-yard line of the Ponies, and that's going to bring a conclusion to the first quarter here in Kincaid. It is 0-0 the score. TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Brought to you by Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell for over 100 years. Farmers and Merchants State Bank of Bushnell has been serving the local community needs for personal and business bank, as well as home and agricultural lending and its trust department. Stop by the main branch at 484 East Main Street or the drive-up facility on Cole Street to learn more. F&M member FDIC. And Webb Family Farms. Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. And Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all BPC athletes good luck this season. M&B Furniture's Bushnell's only furniture store is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles for everything you need to furnish a new home or replenish an old one. Stop and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or the web at mbfurnitureiinc.com. You can also call 772-2111. So the teams are going to swap ends of the field here, Chris. And we're about to start the second quarter already, and we're only 18 minutes in. Kickoff was right at 6 o'clock. We had still having some technical issues, like if you're just now turning in, the live stream is frozen. We don't have enough internet signal here to get it all, but we're here just like the old radio days.
Right, now line drive kick going to be fielded by Huffman at about the 11-yard line. Turns the corner. He's got a seam.
Lane's got he had a good seam up the far sideline. And, that's something right there that you and I have talked about for the last several years, how it seems like we had always just let a punt bounce. No one would field it. And Lane fielded that thing down near the 10-yard line. And he's going to return it all the way back up
to the
36-yard line.
I'm going to mark it at the 37. So 1st and 10 BPC. Just underway here in the second quarter, 11:47 to go. BPC not been able thus far to get much going on the ground, but one completion, longest pass or play of the night for BPC.
It's going to be a handoff to Ben Powell off the far side out of the strong I formation. Ben's going to get knocked out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. Looks like he's going to be just a few yards short of a first down. We'll bring up second and call it 3 for the Spartans.
Just couple big plays thus far. Hensley 41-yard scamper on a 26-yard Hensley to Sean Link pass completion. It's been about it for the BPC offense in the opening quarter.
Split backfield for the Spartans. Handoff to Horwittle. He's going to cut it up the field. He's going to have a first down.
He's going to get it.
Looks like he's going to get up to a 48-yard line.
Call a gain of... And we got a player shaking up for the Ponies, number 5, Jace Thomas. Orwell's helmet comes off on the play, so he'll have to come out for a play, and that sends 22 Dalton Huffman into the ballgame for BPC. They're going to mark it at the 48.
We'll take this injury opportunity to thank McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers and MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, providing expert help to Spartan student athletes in prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than a hospital care, a hospital caring. We come back from the injury to be 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Ball is going to be placed about the 48-yard line of the Spartans.
It was a safety.
Looks like Jace Thomas was the injured player for South Fork. He's been helped off the field, and we're set to go back here to action. 0-0 the score, just under 11 minutes here in the second half. Correction, first half, the second quarter.
And off the second back through, that's Powell.
He's going to cut it back across field. He's got a lot of running room and a lot of speed to use. Then he's got one guy to beat, and the angle is going to get him down, but not before he's down to about the 20-yard line of Kincaid or South Fork.
32 yards on the play for Ben Powell. And 1st and 10 BPC, and that the deepest offensive penetration by the Spartans thus far, as it is 1st and 10 from the 20.
Yeah, Ben did a good job of cutting that back against the grain. Big gain. Spartans going to spread the field this time. 2 wide receivers, split backfield. Handoff's going to go
Fake
to
it
the
to
fake it.
Taylor.
Hensley's going to keep the ball and get drugged down from behind. Looks like he's going to lose about 2 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd and 12 now for the Spartans.
He's 62. Actually, Keith Hoyle in the backfield for BPC. Said Taylor, that is Hoyle.
Going to drop back, look to throw. He's got a wide open receiver in the flat.
Nice catch by Link.
I tell you what, that ball was overthrown, but he went up with one hand and brings it down. And that's going to be enough for a Spartan first down, all the way down to about the 5-yard line.
Gain of 14 on the play.
It'll bring up 1st and goal from the Spartans. Ball on the Pony 5-yard line.
Link with both of the catches from Hensley for 40 yards.
What's your call here, Coach?
Option here to the near side. Hensley's going to keep it. He's going to turn up, put his shoulders down, and he's in for the touchdown. Spartans strike first here in the second quarter. 9:10 on the clock.
Five-yard run for Hensley. Couple big plays in that drive there. The big catch, the play prior to by Sean Link, and the nice run of 32 yards by Ben Powell.
Spartans going for the 2-point conversion here. Quick pitch to the far side with Ben Powell. He's going to cut inside his block, spin off one tackle, and he stretched the ball out, but it's going to be no good. So 2-point conversion, no good. 6-0 the score here from South Fork High School.
I didn't realize we scored either. Because that was an extra point. So we scored and didn't even know it.
So 6-0 lead for BPC.
That was the PA.
Bushnell Banking Center located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell offers full-service banking and loan service for all banking needs. Come and visit the bank of friendly service at call 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center, equal housing lender, member FDIC. MTC Communication having slow, unreliable internet like we're having right now. Just can't cut it in 2021. MTC Communication offers lightning fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough County, Henderson County, and Hancock County areas. Visit crowdfiber.com to check your availability. It looks like Bittner's going to tee the ball up on the 40-yard line for the Spartans. 6-0 to score here. 9:10 remaining in the first half.
Is that 5 back deep? Jace Thomas.
I think it's 7.
7, okay. That would be Noah Carroll.
And the kick to the near, well, it's going to be right down the middle. It's going to be fielded. He's going to bring it straight up the.
Must not have been hurt too much.
Nope. I guess that was number 5 on the kick return. I thought it was number 7 back there, but I just heard Coach Zerillo down there say that 5 returned it, so that was Jace Thomas on the return. He'll have it up to the 40-yard line, so the South Fork Ponies take over 1st and 10. Ball on their own 40-yard line. Pony's going to come out with a split backfield. One wide receiver to the near side. Low snap. Quarterback's going to keep it off the right side. He's going to just follow his blockers up and get a gain of about 5 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5 now.
Brought down by Powell. Gain of 5 on the play. Will make it 2nd down and 5 for the Ponies.
Yeah, we didn't read that.
Six nothing lead for BPC. 8:38 to play here in the first half.
Wide receiver near side, split backfield. Quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap, hand it off to
Nice play, Chris. There we
number
go.
55 once again. Chris Taylor's going to wrap him up, though.
No gain.
Joey Patterson, as we said, the
31 track, 38 toss across the hook, and then the sweep G's again.
232-pound running back. This time he's going to get wrapped up, as I said, by Chris Taylor in the backfield. A very short gain, going to bring up a 3rd and call it 5 still. Be a long 5, actually, because they have to get it across. They have to get it to the other side of the 50.
It's about, the 49 side. Say 3rd and closer to 6 for South Fork.
Split backfield once again. He's going to drop back, look to throw. He's going to throw one to the far side. He had a receiver, but the receiver actually stopped to look back. The intended receiver was number 3, it looked like.
There's no number 3 on the roster.
We'll cover what?
So 4th, and we'll call it a short 6 for South Fork. And to punt again, number 70, Connor Henley. Lane Huffman going to drop back to about inside his own 30 to about the 27, 28-yard line.
Watch this.
Something's up as Powell came across too early trying to time it. And they're still going to be short of the first down.
I believe that was actually number 33, the intended receiver.
Okay.
That last play, Chris, that was Drew Purple.
Okay.
I saw the height, and I'm just like, yep, that looks about right.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's timing. That's actually a bad call. Yeah, when you watch this, it's a bad call. Ball's gone. Nope.
So this is going to bring up after the mark off a 4th and short now. Kincaid's going to bring the, I should say South Fork's going to bring the offense back out here. 4th and about a half yard here. Handoff straight at the middle, ball on the ground, and either way, that's going to be a turnover.
BPC
on
got
downs.
on it. 60, Chris Taylor on the fumble recovery for BPC, and they'll have it 1st and 10 just inside the 50 at the 49 of Kincaid South Fork.
I was going to say, it didn't matter if we recovered or
Right.
not where that was. We were getting the ball one way or the other. 1st and 10 now, Spartans ball in Pony territory.
Ponies orange and black uniforms.
After this play, we'll bring up what you said because I can't not tell them. Going to drop back. Look,
Brown, what the fuck are we doing?
illegal procedure against the Spartans. So the colors for South Fork are orange and black. Well, the pants definitely look from here
A
either
pewter, like a-
gray or a brown. And if you've ever seen the movie The Water Boy,
The uniform,
that's exactly
the jersey
what
tops.
the uniforms look just like that. So after the 5-yard mark off, Spartans come out. Hensley's going to drop back, look to pass. He's going to be under pressure. Roll here to the near side. Lots of room in front of him. He wants to pull it down and run. He's going to get back the penalty yardage and some more.
And he's got a first down. He just lowered the boom.
He's going to run over number 8 who
Curtis
came up
Henley.
to make the tackle. He's going to have enough for a first down. Give him a gain of 17 and a Spartan first down.
He did a great job dealing with the pressure in the backfield, and then nice move. I thought he was maybe going to go out about the 45. He did a little quick step back in and got enough for the first down.
Split backfield now for the Spartans. Handoff is going to be to Horwittle off the far side. He's got some running room. He's going to turn the corner. Finally get brought down near the 30, it looks like.
Gain of about 7.
Brought down by Carroll. Gain of 5 on the play. It'll be second down and 5 for the Spartans.
They're only going to give him about a gain of 5 on the play, so 2nd and 5 from the Pony 32-yard line. 6:50 to play here in the opening half. 6-0 lead for BPC.
Offset power I. Handoff's going to go faked to the running back.
He
Throw
got
it
wide
over the
open.
middle.
Nice, another catch by Link.
We'll see if they are
Yep.
calling it. Once again, the back judge calls it a reception. Ball looks like it was thrown behind Link a little bit, a little sliding catch.
That's a first down.
All the way down to the 10-yard line, so a 22-yard reception. They're going to call it first and goal, ball right on the 10.
3 catches for Sean and 62 yards. All 3 of the Hensley catches by Link tonight.
2 wide receivers, split backfield for the Spartans. Toss sweep here to the near side. Ben Powell's going to fake cutting it in, then cut it
Nice
right back
block.
out, and he's going to be knocked out just short. But I tell you what, he made the fake like he was going to cut inside. All the defenders kind of stopped their feet,
Yep.
and then Ben was able to kick it back outside to get that big gain and be all the way down close to the 2-yard line.
I'm going to mark it at say it's at the 2, so second down and goal from the 2. 5:50 to play first half. BPC on top, 6-0.
4 wide receiver set. Hensley, the lone setback. He's just going to pull it down and look for a little quarterback draw here.
He's in.
And he's going to just walk it in pretty much from 2 yards out. That'll make the score 12-0 here at the extra point on the way. 5:36 remaining here in the first half. So the Spartans come out with a 2-point conversion attempt here. 2 wide receivers, split backfield. Toss sweep to Horwittle. He's going to cut it inside. I think he's going to be short, though. So the 2-point conversion, no good. But the score is 12-0 with your Spartans on top of the host South Fork Ponies here with 5:36 remaining in the first half. Community News Brief for all your local news. Subscribe to Community News Brief Weekly Edition. Mailed directly to your home every Friday as an option. You can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All for $42 a year or $38 a year if you're 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. And Rosie's Pizza. Rosie's offers something for everyone with pasta sandwiches and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. Call 772-2101 for delivery.
So 12-0 lead for BPC. 5:36 to play here in the opening half.
Where's an official? You gotta be saying that one. Here it comes. Yeah, you gotta say it.
Thomas back deep to receive the kick from Bittner.
Bittner has it teed up here on the 40-yard line. South Fork late running in a few players. Line drive kicks right at the middle. It's going to be muffed by one of the up men. Finally fielded by number 5, and he's going to be brought down right at the 40-yard line once again. So the Ponies, much like last time, will take over 1st and 10, ball on their own 40.
BPC unable to get anything in the end zone, but good success here in finding some things and moving the ball well here in the second quarter, up 12-0.
I think he'll be right away.
First and 10 here for the Ponies, trailing 12-0 to your Spartans. Handoff to the near side is going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Dalton Horwood will end, shot in, made the initial contact, and wrapped up by Taylor.
Pickup of one on the play. Second down and 9 now.
Say the pickup of 1. It'll bring up a 2nd and 9 now for the South Fork Ponies. Clock still running, just over 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Very quick first half of football here from South Fork.
If you're not familiar, Kincaid, South Fork, about 2 hours and 15 minutes from Bushnell, a little southeast. Springfield off between Springfield and Decatur.
Quarterback keeper off the right.
Nice play, 7.
Nice,
And
Sam
Hensley's going to come up from his defensive back position and make that tackle in the backfield. It looks like they're going to lose maybe the yard that they had gained.
I'm going to say a third and a very long 9.
We'll say 3rd and 9.5.
Puts the clock at 4:30 to play here in the opening half. 12-0 lead for BPC.
South Fork's taking a lot of
I think
time.
maybe
here.
getting ready to take a timeout here.
Yeah, as they're letting the back judge count it down,
And that'll be the second timeout by the Ponies here in the opening half.
Timeout called by the Ponies.
4:02 on the clock with that timeout. Maybe they're just trying to use some time up here, Chris. I don't know if they're just maybe not wanting to give the ball back to the Spartans, not thinking they can get the first down here on 3rd down. And
It's a weird spot situation to call a timeout here, and not to call the timeout, but to let that much time tick off the clock. Like I said, BBC has found something here in this second quarter, moving the ball pretty much at will on the 2 drives here, and they put up 2 scores to make it 12-0.
Hensley Grain in rural Bushnell has a long family history of taking an active role in Bushnell Prairie City School District and especially Spartan athletics. Good luck, Spartans, in 2021, and enjoy the athletic campaign. So we're going to come out from the timeout. Yeah, just a weird time to take a timeout, Chris. I mean, you're letting all that time off the clock. You've still got over 4 minutes. You still got over 4 minutes to go in the half, and it's 3rd and 9. It's almost like you're trying to keep time away from the Spartans.
Right, keep them from getting the ball back.
So here on 3rd and 9 after the timeout, going to drop back, look to pass, looks near sideline, throws one deep down the sideline, and it's going to be overthrown. Hensley right there on coverage. So it looked like 7-on-7 right there.
Noah Carroll, the intended receiver for the Ponies.
Number 7, Noah Carroll. Number 7, Hensley.
Yep,
So
7 squared.
7 and 7s.
That works too.
So it brings up a 4th and 9, but the incomplete pass will stop the clock. And we're going to see Lane Huffman go back to – never mind, Lane Huffman's going to get pushed back up. I think they're more worried about a fake now at this time.
Well, that last punt, we timed it. I thought Ben Powell timed it perfectly, but the officials didn't. That they lined up in a weird formation, and it's going to be a nice kick and a good carry on the bounce for South Fork.
All the way down, looked like
At
inside
20?
the 20-yard line.
About the 19.
I think it's going to be right. I think nose
At
on
the 20?
On the 20. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one little gap I have between the wall and the light
The light
pole.
pole. Kind of a odd situation too. I know I was talking with Brandon Wrench here that does the filming, that the football field is not at this school here in Kincaid. We have come across that in a few locations.
So the Spartans going to come out 1st and 10 here. 3:48 remaining in the first half. They're going to be in the offset power I. Hensley's going to run it. I don't know if that was an option or a keep to pass, but Hensley's going to keep it down the far sideline.
About 5 or 6.
He is never not going to be brought down, but he's going to be spun out of bounds.
Oh, yep, we'll call it a gain of 6.
Looks like a gain of 6. So bring up a 2nd and 4 now for the Spartans. Stop. Clock stopped at 3:42 with Hensley being knocked out of bounds.
Or Spartans with all 3 timeouts remaining.
Oh, I wrote down 8. Or 8. I wrote 8.
Spartans going to spread the field. 3 wide receivers near side, 1 far side. Going to look to throw. He's got a man in the flat. Got 2 guys in
Ben
the flat.
Powell.
Ben Powell's going to make the first catch and just run over. Once again, poor number 8, Curtis Henley. He's been ran over by Ben Powell and Hensley now in this second quarter.
Hey, notice who reacted the biggest on the sideline was 42, Shane Shin for BPC. Nice play, good pass by Hensley, and a nice run by Powell out to the 40, a gain of about 14, and another Spartan first down.
Right to the line of scrimmage we go, and that pass was intended for Brown, and Brown wasn't quite ready for it as the Spartans kind of went to a hurry-up 4 wide receiver set.
So that'll stop the clock with 3:14 to play. 2nd and 10 for BPC at the Spartans 40-yard line.
Look, we're live stream, we're not radio.
No, the Bobby Boucher jerseys, he just said it.
Going to fake the handoff, roll out here to the near side. Hensley's going to look for some room. He's going to get hit. A flag thrown. That's usually a holding where that's thrown. We'll see.
95 on the stop. Sam a little slow getting up.
Yeah, Sam took a pretty good hit on that. But it's going to be a hold against the Spartans. So they're going to mark that off, and it'll be a second. About 2nd and 20, it looks like, here for the Spartans.
Is it just me, or is there 99 on the – that is 99, and there's no 99 on the Ponies roster. We've had a couple of numbers.
Well, the one that we thought was a 3 was a 33.
Well, I just looked up as they were going to the sidelines, and that definitely is a 99, but there's no 99 listed on the roster.
And the roster is, of course, not numerical. So even when I was looking for number 33, it took me a little bit to find it.
There's no rhyme or reason how this roster is put together. It's not alphabetically, not numerically.
Heights in inches.
And the heights jump all around, so.
Good Hope Gardens, located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School, open April through October, Monday through Friday 10 to 6 and Saturdays 10 to 4. For all your fresh produce needs, be sure to follow our Facebook page for daily updates. Currently, we have pumpkins and other fall goodies available. Go over to Mary Jane DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. So after the Spartan timeout, they will come out here 2nd and 20.
After the timeout, 2nd down and 20 from the Spartans from their own 30-yard line.
Hensley going to look to pass. He's looking, has time. Now he's going to
flag again.
Have another hold. He's just going to loft one down the field. He had 2 receivers that kind of merged in.
Horadle and Powell, but I think we're going to get another hold on BPC.
Yeah, we're going to have another hold in the backfield.
99 mystery man on the pressure for South Fork. That's been the one bugaboo here. I mean, now that we didn't move the ball real well in that first quarter, Jeff, but now that's 5 penalties on a BPC for 40 yards here in this first half.
And that'll bring up a 2nd and 30. Actually, I think they waved off the flag, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 20, which is actually a better idea when you think about it.
Because it doesn't give them the extra down.
Yep.
2:59 to play on the clock. BPC on top, 12-0.
So 3rd and 20 here, 4 wide receiver set. Hensley to pass. He has time. Going to roll out now to the near side. Throw it out here in the flats to Horwittle. He's going to spin off.
He stepped out. Yep, he
out of bounds.
Got the sideline at about the 47-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the reception. It's going to bring up a 4th and, guess a gain more of a 17. Going to bring up a 4th and 3 now for the Spartans.
Now stop the clock with 2:53 to play.
Tell you what, Horwittle spun off that tackle and hit a whole lot of room. So here on 4th down, Hensley's just going to pull it down. He's going to keep it. He'll have the first down.
Nice
and he's
play.
just going to run it straight out of bounds here, just right in front of us. That'll stop the clock with 2:46 remaining here in the first half.
That's going to take it to the Pony 49.
I had to look around Brandon Wrench's head. He was blocking the whole scoreboard there from me. So 1st and 10 Spartans here. 49 yards to go to pay dirt. Fake the handoff, roll out to the far side. Throws it over the middle. Brown, the receiver. And that's something we don't normally see, is Brown didn't seem to be running his route.
Right. Looked like he hit a little hesitation right at the end, and just enough, I think, as Brown dove to catch that pass, and it falls just out of his hands.
It was almost like he didn't think the ball was going to be coming to him.
Right. So that stops the clock. 2:38 to play. First half. 2nd and 10 for BPC from the Pony 48.
Got a flag on the far sideline. Hensley's going to pull this one down, cut it back outside. He's going to get brought down after a gain of about 6.
Legal shift is a signal from the far side. Official.
Didn't see
I didn't
anyone
either.
shifting at all, so
Illegal something. Illegal something.
At the snap, he wasn't set. He didn't get where he was supposed to be.
Now for the penalty, while the second down and 17.
So 2nd and 17 moves the ball back into BPC territory at the 46. 2:15 to play here in the first half.
4 wide receivers set here on 2nd and long for the Spartans. Hensley's going to drop back, throw it down the seam.
Nobody's even looking.
Brown
And
didn't
what-
turn to look. That was a good throw.
That's the 3rd pass we've seen for Brown, and 2 of them that he wasn't looking for, and 1 that it just didn't seem like he was, like it was just thrown just a little too far out in front of him.
I don't know. He's like scared of 5 or something. I don't know.
So that'll stop the clock with 2:02 to play. 3rd and 17 for BPC.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd and long now for the Spartans. 3rd and 17. Going to be an inside pitch here.
Nice.
Little shovel pass.
Oh, good read. Come on, Benson. Get up.
Ben's going to have the first down. Finally, he's going to get brought down. That's a horse collar tackle.
Should have had a flag there, too. That was
Stopped by 25, but a great play on 3rd and 17. Cole Lush on the stop.
set up perfect. Good watch downfield.
About a 27-yard
Yep.
gain. This time Hensley's going to drop back, get under pressure. He's going to roll out to the far side, avoid the pressure, turn it upfield. A lot of running room down that far sideline. Finally going to get knocked out of bounds, but not before he's,
Another first down.
and it looks like he's down inside the 20-yard line, maybe even down near the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that's the 15. He's inside the 15. Ball, nose of the football, the back of it, just right at the 15. So 17-yard gain for Sam. That's got him at 93 yards unofficially on 9 carries on the night and 2 touchdowns.
Throws here to the near sideline, has a
There's
wide
Brown.
open receiver for Brown. He's going to make one guy miss and be down inside the 5-yard line. Looks like that's going to be enough for another Spartan first down, about a 16-yard reception. And it's going to be 1st and goal. Ball around the 4-yard line, it looks like. Clock, for some reason, didn't stop at all, even on the first down, but we're going to be just over a minute to play here in the first half. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Kincaid South Fork.
Surprising that their final timeout.
106, 12-0 to score. And I guess, Chris, if you got one timeout to use, you might as well use it to try to prevent them from,
Yeah, no shit. I'm worried about it, too.
you know, maybe they can draw something up, trying to
Right.
prevent them from getting out of the, getting in the end zone once again.
Right.
With the timeout, give me a chance to thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best of McDonough County. With their experience and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff, show you why MDH has been voted best of the best 2017, 18, 19, and again in 2020. Three convenient locations to serve you 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell.
Oh, good call. I like this. Draw it in the dirt. He's making one up.
If you do have any extra, if you hear an extra voice over a headset tonight, we are sharing the booth up here with Coach Zarillo, and so you might get some inside info if you hear something in the background.
I'm trying to behave, boys. I'm trying to behave.
We've done this for years with Tony. There's no reason you should
Yeah,
start.
yeah.
Gonna fake the handoff,
Get it.
All right, broke the first tackle.
and he's gonna be brought down back outside the 10-yard line. It looks like.
20 did a good job. 20 did a good job on that.
Clock's still running now. It's gonna bring up a 2nd and goal, but it's gonna bring it out. Looks like around the 12-yard line.
Clock down to 45 seconds.
Spartans coming right to the line of scrimmage. Split backfield, 2 wide receivers. Going to fake the handoff once again. Hensley's looking for room under pressure. Going to throw it over the
That
middle.
man, Ben Powell.
Powell has the
Touchdown.
catch, and he is
Close.
16
No
looks like
signal. Nope, just short.
Just short. As I say, we need to call a timeout here.
Timeout on the field called by the Spartans.
So Hensley did a real good job there of avoiding about 3 orange jerseys coming in the backfield after him. Gets Ben Powell coming across the center of the field wide open. Ben gets it down. Looks like they're marking it just right at the 1-yard line.
Clock stopped with 24.3 seconds to play.
Oh, he cut Melton wide open. Sam did a hell of a job on that.
So 24.3 seconds remaining here in the first half. And what was a real quick moving first half is now kind of slowed to a grind.
Yeah, that first quarter was played in about 18 minutes.
18 minutes from the kickoff to when we started the second quarter. And this one's taken about the rest of the hour. So big third down here. I believe the Spartans have 1 timeout remaining.
I believe that is correct.
See what they do here on 3rd and goal.
Direct snap to Horwittle, and he's in.
And I tell you what, that was so quick that it's 21.1 seconds on the clock. Horwittle with a 1-yard direct snap run right up the center, and that'll make the score 18-0. But I know the Spartans would really like to get a 2-point conversion in here. Split backfield. Quarterback rolls out, throws to the flat out here, and
Right in front of the dude, too. That's bullshit.
incomplete pass. So extra point, no good. Spartans are 0 for 3 tonight on the extra points. 18-0 the score. 21.1 seconds remaining in the first half.
That was a nice drive, Coach. That was a nice drive.
Hey, Miles, should I still be playing the ads on the computer just like,
Let me keep jumping in front of
I
him.
mean, they would be able to hear it, right? Yeah, I have them. I've already read all through them. That's why I was like, I was actually wondering about halftime because I don't want to talk for all that time. I texted William and he didn't get back with me.
No big returns here.
That's why we can't have nice things up here, Brandon. I'm plugging stuff, messing with my board. 21.1 second, 21.1 seconds remaining here in the first half. Spartans on top of the host Kincaid South Fork Ponies, 18-0. Number 99 running off the field late there. Bittner's kick's going to be a deep kick, almost over the head of the return man. He's going to try to bring it up the center of the field. Finally gets wrapped up by.
Oh, he broke the Taylor, and he's going to take it all the way back.
So he's going to return this kick for the Ponies all the way back. It'll be their first score of the contest. It'll make it 18-6, and it's going to leave 18.3 seconds remaining on the clock.
What, about a 75-yard return for Chase Thomas. So that makes it 18-6 in favor of BPC. 2-point or the extra point attempt. I'm going to expect that to be a 2-point conversion. I'm going to line it up and go for 2. Hand off to the big man, 55, and he's going to bulldoze his way into the end zone. So that makes it an 18-8 score in favor of BPC.
So we'll have one more play here in the first half. We'll have the kickoff, and I guess maybe we'll have, we've seen our kick return teams do some magic also, so maybe we'll be able to
answer that right
get
back.
our own, yeah. So it looks like both the Huffmans are back deep, Dalton and Lane, 22 and 1 back to do the return duties. I think they actually said that's 20 Brown back. Kickoff's going to go to the middle. It's going to be fielded by Lane. Lane's going to bring it here near sideline. If he can turn the corner, he's got some room. He's going to dump it out of bounds. Holy cow, there was like almost a full second ran off the clock before they stopped it. There's .01 seconds left on there. When he ran out of bounds, there was about 1.3 seconds on the clock. So that'll still effectively give us one play left here. 4 wide receivers set for the Spartans. Hensley's going to drop back. Lots of time, only one rusher. He's going to air one out. Sidelines got Brown.
Off the fingertips.
Had the wide open Brown down the near sideline and just overthrown. So that will effectively bring the first half to a close. 18-8 the score here from Kincaid South Fork. Your Spartans on top of the Ponies. I'm going to run some ads here. You guys might be able to hear them, might not. And Chris and I will be back here in just a few minutes to get some stats.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance
in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
I
I became a nurse practitioner because I wanted to do more, I wanted to learn more, actually have more hands-on individually with patients. The rewarding part for me is that I get to come to work and learn something new every single day.
And we're back here in Kincaid, South Fork High School. Halftime, 18-8 the score. Your Spartans on top of the Ponies. As Chris was saying earlier, about a 2-hour and 15-minute drive down here. And one of the things that earlier this week when I spoke with Coach Rodis on the new question highlight show that we have with him, First and 10 with Coach Rodis, one of the things he talked about last week was, getting off the bus and being ready to play. As a 2+ hour bus drive last week to Decatur, right down here in the same area once again, and it seemed like the Spartans maybe didn't come right out of the gate, but that second quarter was definitely a different quarter for them as they hung 18 points after a scoreless first quarter. And at first we probably didn't think we was going to have many stats to fill out, but now Chris has got a whole quarter's worth, which equals the first half, so we're letting him get those filled out. Of course, earlier today, TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH covered the West Prairie game, and I do believe they fell short in their contest.
Yes. I know it was 34-6 in the second quarter when I shut it off to get ready to head down here. BBC, like I said, we taught first quarter 18 minutes from start to finish. Not much offense out of either side. Second quarter definitely dominated by BPC offensively, but Kincaid able to return a kick there to put some points on the board, trailing it by 10, 18-8, and the Ponies will get the football to start the second half. Offensively, I only have 37 yards of offense for Kincaid on the evening. BPC with 189, and most of that coming in the second quarter. That's about a 7.6 per carry average on 25 carries for 189. Hensley was 7 of 15, 116 yards on the passing game. And the passing, kind of the receiving, we've seen a lot of Jacob Brown pretty much most of the year, and we've seen some here and there. Brown with 1 catch for 11, Link 3 catches for 62, Ben Powell 2 catches for 26, and Dalton Horwood 1 for 17 on the ground. Sam Hensley leading the way with 87 yards on 10 carries, 2 touchdowns. Ben Powell, a nice game, 8 carries in the opening half. Settled 4 yards on Dalton Horwood. 7 carries for 28 and a touchdown for BPC. So, like I said, 180. Let's do some more math here. That's about 300 yards of pass offense for BPC in the first half. I said most of that in the second quarter, and just 37 unofficially on my count for the Kincaid South Fork Ponies.
And that's what brings us here at halftime, 18-8 the score. And as Chris said, 37 yards of offense for South Fork. The Spartan defense been doing a very, very good job. I don't know. They have what, 1 first down?
I only have 1 first down. I may have missed one, but I don't think I did.
Well, I knew there was only 1 or 2, and I figured you would have it wrote down over there. But yeah, other than the kick return there at the end of the first half, the Spartans have, for lack of better words, they've been controlling this game.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we haven't been able to convert yet on a 2-point conversion attempt yet here in the contest. But outside of that big first carry by 55 Joey Patterson, who comes in at 6'2" and 232 pounds, they really haven't. A couple of 4 and 5 yard carries has been it outside of that in the first half for Kincaid South Fork. Of course, those that watch TSSR Game Time Live, this is the team that West Prairie beat last week for homecoming with a field goal late, 23-22.
fun fact about that, I don't know. I know you're probably a little busy last week. You may or might not have taken the time to watch the live feed last week, since you skipped out on us.
Well, you only turned 50 once.
I mean, I know people that keep claiming they're 24 and they're well into their 40s.
Well, but I'm just saying 25 times 2.
But it was funny because I don't know what brought up the conversation, but Dwayne says, "Can you kick a field goal?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, it's still
why
football."
couldn't
I
you?
said, "Still got goalposts for a reason." And then it was kind of ironic because it wasn't,
the next
10 minutes after we had said that we looked and saw that West Prairie, and we checked in. It was 20-6.
Right.
It was a score much like what this is right here. We're like, oh, West Prairie's got this, and just going into the fourth quarter, it's 20-6. Next thing you know, West Prairie's down 22-20, and did win on a field goal towards the end of the game.
It was kind of crazy too how that game ended. If you and I went back and watched that last little bit. They had a couple of unsportsmanlike and a sideline warning penalty, I think, on Kincaid Southport. The first kick was no good. There was a penalty on the Ponies that moved it up. And Jensen Laughlin, we saw him last year. He's got quite the leg, and he didn't miss on that second opportunity for the Cyclones. So I said some folks may be familiar. They are 2-4 on the season. We do have, with BPC, one common opponent. They beat Galva 38-0, and their other win was a team that West Prairie beat already this year that plays them again on the road this time in Week 9. That would be Edwardsville Metro East Lutheran, and they won that game also 38-0. So they come in, the Ponies at 2-4, BPC at 3-3. And Jeff, we talked a little bit on the way down tonight, and you've got that pulled up. This is a big game for BPC at 3-3.
It is. As we talked with Coach Monday during the 1st and 10 segment, they're talking about taking the top 16 teams in the state for the state playoffs. As of last week, with Bushnell Prairie City Spartans being at 3-3, they were sitting in that number 14 slot, just above Hanover and Milford. When you break it down by north and south standings, with BPC being in the south, they would be actually the 6th ranked team in the South Division. So what that would have broke down to is if this would have been the first week of the playoffs, we would have been going to Orangeville to play the Broncos. They were 5-1 coming into tonight, and I know, Chris, you had said something that what you had seen as it projected was Palo Marcos.
It could be Polo. And the one I saw is a Facebook page that's kind of dedicated to the NCIC, the North, Winslow, Galena, those teams up in the northwest corner of the state. They project out what the final records are going to be. And last week that had BPC at Freeport Aquin, who we play next week for Senior Day, a 1 o'clock game next Saturday. This week they've changed things around, and I think I had us at Polo as the 16th seed. They had West Prairie picking up 2 more wins. They also were going to get in at 4-5 as the 15th seed, possibly. So it changes, but when you've got Freeport Aquin next week, and they lost to Milledgeville, I believe, last night. So now they're at 4-5-2.
Who's that?
Freeport Aquin, I think, or they are 5-2 because they lost last night to, I believe, to Milledgeville.
Okay, because they were 5-1 coming into this week.
And then you've got Pawnee, who, which isn't that far west of here, actually, almost due west here, about probably 15 miles, that we play 2 weeks from last night for the final regular season game. Ponies in the hunt for a playoff spot as well.
Well, they're also 5-1 on the season.
Right, and did I see that they got beat possibly last night? See if I can go back to that NCIC Facebook page and.
I would almost wonder if the score stream app, since it is area, the area you're in is
Right.
what the scores. I'll load that up real quick and see if we can get if it'll load. Like I said,
And I will say it was funny. I did check. I watched a little bit of the game last Friday and checked the score stream. Oh, that was the dumbest thing I could have done because I was picking up scores from southwestern Missouri. I'm going to go in here and see if I can find that post because I think I did share that on my page.
Decatur Lutheran, who we played last week, they beat Galvez 62-0 last night. Rochester, who
we went through there.
They won last night. So
they're the defending, I think, 4A champions from 2019. And, of course, I can't find it, but
Ponies 66, Metro East Lutheran 12.
Okay, so they did not lose last night. So
they'll be 6-1 going into next week.
And I think I'm trying to remember who they have. They've got a tough one, I think, next week, if I'm remembering correctly. Let's see if we can pull up the IHSA.
Here. 18-8 the score here at halftime from Kincaid South Fork. We're about 2 minutes away. I think they still got to add the 3 minutes on the clock, so we're probably around 5 minutes away of going back to live football action.
And it will be the Ponies football to start the second half. And let's see. Pawnee. Actually, no, Pawnee says well, that's from last week. They should be at 5-2, Pawnee, because they won last night. They've got, they've got a 4-2 Flanagan team as they finish. Pawnee does the Indians with their last 2 games at home. And like I said, so Freeport-Ackland's been a power 11-man for years and then a power and 8-man. So that's going to be a tough contest for BPC next Saturday at home. That's a 1 o'clock, again, Saturday afternoon at 1. And then the Pawnee game's a Friday night game on the 22nd at 7 o'clock down here, again, south of Springfield. Well, we've got some time here. We'll try and maybe give you some top 25 football scores from today.
Mine's not loading, so I kept trying to bring it up to see if I could get some live scores here. But as I said, the score 18-8 here. Pawnee will be, we were just talking about Pawnee. South Fork will be getting the ball here to start the second half. And I guess the 3 minutes must have already been added on as they've put 12 minutes on the game clock. Teams are on the sidelines.
Or they decided not to. I don't know that they did, but we're ready to get things underway.
Let me stand back up here. And actually, you know what? I think I might have a little better view of the windows with these chairs.
Yeah, maybe.
Coach Zerillo, we change anything coming in?
We're just going to try to keep rolling.
Coach says we're just going to keep putting butter down.
That's the goal. We're going to try not to kick it to 5. Let's see if we can do that. Or at least make him move to get the ball.
That's why he's the best headset coach in the business. Kickoff can be a line drive up the middle. He's going to field it off a little bounce. He's going to try to bring it back up.
Yeah,
and he's going to get wrapped up this time by a group of Spartans. Not going to let him go, and he'll have it up just shy of the 40-yard line.
Like Coach Cirillo said, and I saw it too, Keith Hoyle got a couple of shoves in the back on that return and no penalty on the Ponies. So they'll start 1st and 10 from their own 37. And, Jeff, you're right. The vantage point a little easier to see out these windows. It kind of reminiscent to me of Lewiston a little bit. The window a little taller, but you still kind of have to crouch down to see through the window a little bit.
And we're not sitting at an angle.
Right.
That thing was crooked as could be.
So just underway here in the second half, 18-8 in favor of BPC.
So Ponies going to come out now with looks like a split backfield, a little offset backfield. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to run it off the right side.
That's number 8, and he's got some
it,
room. Henley?
I think he made the mistake of trying to cut it back. He should have went to the sideline still, but he's going to have it up to about the Spartan 40-yard line, a gain of about 21.
That's the biggest offensive
23.
play of the night for South Fork.
I mean, he almost
broke it.
I mean, well, not only that, he almost put up more yardage on that one play than they had the whole first half.
Yeah, unofficially 37 yards in the first half for the Ponies, 22 on that play for Kincaid South Fork.
Split backfield this time, one wide receiver. Hand off to the big man up the middle.
Patterson. He's still driving. Nice run.
He's going to have a gain of about 6, it looks like. And that's going to be a lesson in tackling right there for the Spartans. And you hit him high, you're not going to bring him down.
Yeah, got to go down and hit low.
That's going to be a bigger gain than what I thought it was. The angle was off. It's a gain of 7. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 3. Split backfield once again for the Ponies. Quarterback's going to keep it up the middle. He's going to get wrapped up in the backfield.
Taylor and Dalton Huffman. No gain.
Brings up a 3rd.
And about 3, short 3.
3rd down and 3 for the Ponies in Spartan territory.
Tell you what, South Fork doesn't get in a big hurry. They take their time coming out of the huddle and everything else. Wide receiver near side, split backfield. This time quarterback's going to keep it off the far side. He's going to get it up close to
but
the
I don't
30.
think he's got it.
They're going to mark the ball just over the 30-yard line, close to the 29.
And Taylor.
That should be enough for a first down.
Yep. First initial thought didn't think he had enough for the first down.
So 1st and 10 here for South Fork.
9:40 to play in the third quarter.
Split backfield once again. Quarterback's going to hand it off this time.
7 on the carry. Is that right? Carroll.
Brought down after a 4-yard pickup.
4-yard gain. It'll bring up a 2nd and 6.
For the Spartans, 26-yard line.
See Taylor come out, 55. Carter Chambers checks in for BPC.
2nd and 6 now for the Ponies.
9 minutes to play.
Defensive line substitution. See what they can get here for the Spartans. Handoff's going to go to the big man. They got penetration, but he's going to bust it outside to the far side. He's dragging a player with him all the way down close to the goal line, it looks like. I tell you what, there was a lot of penetration, but I think someone might have blown an assignment there on that far side because he went around the corner untouched.
Yeah. That's going to be about a 22-yard gain for Patterson.
It's going to bring up a 1st and goal now for the Ponies. Split backfield, 1 wide receiver. Quarterback's going to keep it up the middle. He's going to get hit in the backfield, but he's going to spin his way forward a little bit.
For a couple of a yard or 2.
Horwittle, one of the defenders in there for the tackle.
Jeff, I'm a little surprised they're not going off to that left side. As you see the left end over there is Colin Elder. He's about 6'4" and almost 300 pounds. And he actually, on that big run for Patterson, had a nice little seal block to spring Patterson there for the big gain.
Split backfield once again. Hand off to Patterson up the middle.
Nope.
This time he's going to get wrapped up at the line. And they're going to drag
Ball
you
came
backwards.
out.
Ball on the ground.
No, can't advance it. Nope.
Well, you can advance it.
But I think they blew the whistle down before.
Here's the thing. There was no
Yep.
whistle. There was nothing. But
Well,
everyone
yep.
stopped. And they are going to mark it back where the play was.
38 sweep, 10 lead, 12 lead, 10 dive.
So it's going to bring up a
Third and goal from the 3. 7:10 to play here in the third quarter. 18-8 lead for BPC.
Quarterback's going to keep
Nope.
it. He was going to try to follow him. He was going to try to follow 55 Joey Patterson up through the hole, but the Spartan defense comes right through the gaps. They're going to mark him all the way back to the 5-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th and goal from the 5.
Well, and they also, Patterson, they also switched Elder from the left end to the right end on that play. And Elder tried to be the lead block, but BPC doing a great job getting in there, a whole host of white jerseys on the stop. So 4th and goal for the Ponies. Ball at the BPC 5, 6:10 to play here in the third quarter.
So here we go on a big 4th down for the Spartan defense.
78's moved over, yep. 78 over the left.
And now the Ponies going to take a timeout here. Clock stop was 6:03 to play, third quarter.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
I have my certificate in vestibular rehabilitation, which focuses on patients with dizziness and balance disorders. It's been very rewarding because a lot of times it's a very short-lived treatment plan and the patient has remarkable results in a small amount of time.
And we're back here in Kincaid, South Fork High School. 6:03 in the third quarter. Score is 18-8. Spartans on top. But Kincaid looking at a 4th and goal from the Spartan 5-yard line here. They had it 1st and goal on the 3, and the Spartans defense has done a good job so far.
4th and goal for the Ponies following the timeout.
So here they come out on this 4th down conversion. They're going to drop back, ball on the ground. And he's just going to toss it up in the air.
Shovel pass it up in the air, and it's going to fall incomplete. 78, I think, was the intended receiver. No, hang on that.
78 was on the right side of the line at the end. He's the one jogging off there at the far side.
Number 8, no, that was a quarterback. So BPC defense holds.
I don't even know if there was an intended receiver. I think he just shoveled that towards the
end zone to somebody in an orange jersey.
Yep. So 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line now. BPC here maybe could take some time off and get a nice big long drive here. Hand off to the near side. It looks like Ben Powell. There's going to be a flag on the field.
It's going to get out, be about the 5.
And they're going to call hold on the Spartans. Man, I tell you what, I'm not for sure what the penalty breakdown is here, but we've seen a lot not called on one side and a whole lot called on the other.
Yeah, we had 2 block in the back, a couple horse collar tackles in the first half that weren't called on South Fork. And that's now 6 for 45 on penalties. Actually, won't even be 45. That'll be about a 2.5-yard mark off.
Yeah, it'll be a 2.5-yard penalty from the 5 to about the.
Well, they left it right at the 5. I don't know where.
There was a penalty. It's going to be first, or unless they declined it. Still, now it's 2nd and goal.
They did decline it.
Pass out to the far sideline, way
almost
overthrown.
Intercepted.
And you know what? What is always so they declined the penalty. That's why we were confused. So this will bring up a 3rd and 10 now from the 5. And I'll tell you what, Chris, the connection that we've seen work all year long so far
has been off a little bit.
Tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Intended receiver was Jacob Brown, and that was Henley, number 8, the quarterback. Ball hit him right in the hands and falls incomplete. 3rd and 10, 5:33 to play. BPC with it at their own 5-yard line.
Quick pitch near sideline. Ben Powell barely kept his feet as he almost slid out from underneath of him. But he's going to get it up close to the 1st down, but he's going to be
Couple
I'm
yards
guessing
short.
about 3 yards short.
Hmm.
Well,
I'm going to say 2,
about 2
maybe the
yards short,
13,
so
so a gain of 8.
and I think Rodis is going for it.
Yeah, he is.
He does have Dalton Huffman in back to do the punting. There is one return man back for.
Sam Hensley's your up man. A quick snap to Ben Powell.
It's a direct snap to Ben Powell. He's going to
got
have
it.
a first down, be around the corner, and up near the 20-yard line. And I'll tell you what, Chris, I didn't want to give it away, but after I heard our inside information up here, what Zerillo said about, I'll say gutsy calls what he said, but and then when I saw him line up, I'm like, oh, we're faking this.
Yep.
I can already know. So the fake punt goes for a first down. It'll be
7 on the play for Powell.
1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. False start against the Spartans. I'll tell you what, this is something, though, that we have seen. The running backs go on what Hensley says, and the ball is a split-second ladder. We've actually been surprised there hasn't been more.
Yes, all year. That's been like that. So 1st and 15. Back to about the 14.
We're going to bring out 4 wide receivers here on after the penalty. Going to look to throw. He's going to move up in the pocket, pull it down. Now you might as well just run it. He's got the athleticism to get around that guy.
I just lowered the shoulder again.
Runs over a few more.
And guess who?
Across the 40 up to about the 42-yard line.
It was Henley again, the quarterback, that's gotten hit hard a couple of times in this contest.
So from the 14 up to the 42.
28 yards. That's going to put Hensley over 100 yards on the night. 115 yards on 11 carries.
Right to the line of scrimmage they come. One right receiver, split backfield, handoff to Ben Powell. He cuts it inside.
Nice job by
got
Ben.
A nice run, breaks the tackle, and he's down the near sideline. One guy to beat if he can outrun him. Near sideline, and he is in for the touchdown.
57-yard run for Ben Powell. And that was great because, again, we talked about earlier, it's getting a little, it's dark, maybe a little dew on the ground. Ben almost lost his footing as soon as he got that football and kept his feet and goes 57 yards for the BPC touchdown.
Finally think I got that thing cleared out that I kept trying to cough up all game.
And how's that a big turn, Jeff? Because we stop, and now we score and hand off to Powell, and we're going to fail on the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, 2-point conversion, no good. But, yeah, when you can hold them out, when they've got it 1st and goal on the 3-yard line, and you're able to hold them out and then
turn it into points.
I said a long sustained drive, use some clock up, but you know what? We'll take a 57-yard touchdown run anytime. That
score coming with 3:42 to play here in the third quarter.
Because that makes what could have easily been a 18-16 game.
Yep.
Now it's a 24-8 contest.
Right.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
And we're back here after the touchdown run by Ben Powell. 3:42 remaining in the third quarter. Score is 24-8. And I'm pretty sure you're going to see that highlight run
on the highlight show is Bittner will tee it up for BPC.
Kickoff going to be down the near side. It's going to make number. Oh, he stepped
out
of bounds.
Yes, he did. There,
that official's actually calling it.
That'll be back at the 23-yard line.
So I'm going to have to use the computer screen as I don't really have a good angle to see with the wall and the pole there. Maybe I'll just give my headset to Brandon and let him call this one.
Yeah, there you go. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Ponies. 3:41 to play, third quarter. 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Yeah, and something that we've said, and even Coach just commented on what we said earlier, they take a whole lot of time to get things, and they're already counting it down.
Yep.
So handoff to the big man right up the middle.
Not much there, maybe a yard or two. 73 White Hodgkins off the bottom of the pile for BPC.
So the Ponies come out here 2nd and looks
8.
like 8. Going to drop back, look to pass, and it's going to be knocked down at the
Ben
line
Powell.
of scrimmage. Ben Powell once again got that hand up there and knocked it away.
Now stop the clock with 3:05 to play. 24-8 advantage for BPC.
Once again, taking all sorts of time coming back to the.
He ran a route, and one ran into the official and got knocked down.
A 3rd and 8 here for the Ponies. Split backfield. Quick pitch here to the near side. A lot of white jerseys out there, and he's not going to go anywhere. So he's going to get brought down.
About the 30.
As I say, looks like right on the 30-yard line.
Gain of 4. Was that 2? That was 5. Thomas.
Crossbucks, middle.
So that'll bring up a 4th.
And
4th and 5.
4th and 4. 4th and 5. 70 into a punt. Connor Henley.
Good.
Nice
Deep
kick.
Pump. It's going to chase Huff all the way
Nice.
back. Nice over-the-shoulder catch by Lane. Lane's going to take as a block in the back. What are you doing? All 3 flags, and that's not even – he wasn't even in the
Nope.
play either.
Nope.
Lane had cleared him, but he wasn't even going to come close to it. And just –
Wayne takes it out to about the 50, sure, but the penalty flag's back at about the 34.
And you know, we probably do this quite a bit, and we're going to do it again. But can we just talk about Lane Huffman for a second as a freshman?
That was a heck of a play.
You go back to last year and go back numerous years before that. There's not a return man going to get that ball. He's going to let it drop and it bounce. Lane goes after it, makes the over-the-shoulder catch, and then that's a really good return with it.
Yep.
If it's not for the block in the back, you know, we're sitting 1st and 10 up here near the 45-yard line.
Right, and that's going to be marked off from the 34. Well, actually, nope, 36. 36. Now we marked off 10 yards, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the BPC 26.
Split backfield, 2 wide receivers. Handoff to fake to Ben Powell.
Oh, intercepted.
I tell you what, he had Horwittle wide open over the middle, just overthrew him. And number 5's got Jace Thomas is going to intercept the pass.
So the Ponies set up 1st and 10 at the BPC 38. 2:18 to play in third quarter.
I know it's early. Texas A&M 10, Alabama 7.
It is early.
Is that, no.
No. Well, maybe quarter break, go through some of the scores, some interesting contests, some high-scoring game. The Oklahoma-Texas game was a shootout. Arkansas, Ole Miss.
2 wide receivers near side, going to fake the handoff, going to try to run it up the middle. He's going to break a tackle and get it up
About a gain of 4.
Get it up close to the
34.
Yep, they're going to mark it just inside the 35-yard line. Call it 2nd and 6.
Minute 55 and counting here in the third quarter. 24-8 advantage for BPC.
One setback, 2 wide receivers to the near side here. Handoff to
Thomas.
number 5. He's going to get wrapped up at
Nice.
the line. He's going to get a yard from the spin on the tackle.
White Hodgkins again, 73 on the stop for BPC.
And I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for Hodgkins, there was nothing but green grass in front of him.
Yeah, there was a lot of open space on that far side. It'll be 3rd and 6. Clock down to 1:20 to play here in the third quarter.
So here we're on 3rd. We're going to say a long 5 for the Ponies. We're going to come out 2 wide receivers far side. Do have a tight end here on the near side. Going to drop back. He's going to look to throw. Airs one out deep down the field.
Caught.
And it is caught and
Touchdown.
in for the touchdown.
Number 4 on the catch, Levi Davis. How many yards was that? 34. That score coming at the
5:52 mark here in the
55.2 seconds left.
Yep, you can see that better. I was like, 5:52, we should be way further than that. 2-point conversion attempt here. Handoff up the middle. And I do believe we're going to drag him backwards. So 2-point conversion, no good. So 55.2 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Score is 24-14, Spartans on top.
I became a nurse practitioner because I wanted to do more, I wanted to learn more, actually have more hands-on individually with patients. The rewarding part for me is that I get to come to work and learn something new every single day.
And we're back here in Kincaid, South Fork High School.
55.2 seconds to play here in the third quarter. The Huffman squared back deep for BPC, Lane and Dalton. 24-14 lead for BPC.
Kick's going to be fielded by Lane Huffman. He's going to turn and spin as he had to pick it up after it rolled past him up the center of the field. He's going to get wrapped up, though, by
Lane Huffman on return, taken down by Auger.
I'm trying to see who that was on the tackle.
At their own 29-yard line.
They said Caden Auger, but so Spartans 1st and 10 here. Ball on their own 29-yard line. Handoff to Ben Powell. Big hole up the middle, and he's once again going to spin off after running one other person over, spin off another tackle. He's going to be all the way up close to the 50 at about the 47-yard line.
19 yards on the gain for Ben Powell, and that's going to put him over 100 yards on the night.
So this will probably be the last play of the third quarter. Split backfield for the Spartans. Handoff up the middle. He's going to get the ball, I think, right to the 50-yard line. And that's going to bring the third quarter to a close. 24-14 the score here from Kincaid South Fork. Your Spartans on top.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
I became a nurse practitioner because I wanted to do more, I wanted to learn more, actually have more hands-on individually with patients. The rewarding part for me is that I get to come to work and learn something new every single day.
I was hoping we got done.
We're back. We came in and we're talking about food because we're all just like, we're hungry. We're talking about Portillo's, and I kind of shocked Coach Rillo when I was just like, I'm not a fan. And that one time after the Peoria Heights game, I saw you there. Spartans come out here for 2nd and 6, it looks like. Quick pitch to Powell, but there's whistles blowing the play dead and a flag thrown right on the 50-yard line. And once again, they're going to get a false start on the Spartans.
That's 7 for 60 or 8 for 60 now on the penalty. I don't have a single penalty on South Fork tonight.
As he tried to move that ball back 6 yards, and so 2nd and 12 now for the Spartans. They're going to come out now the split backfield, one wide receiver. Going to fake the handoff and keep it up the middle is Hensley. He's going to get a gain of...
Get there, back to the original, just short, maybe a 1.
Gain of 1 is going to bring up a 3rd and 11.
Just underway, 11:30 to play here in the 4th quarter. 24-8 in favor of BPC.
So here on 3rd and long for the Spartans, one wide receiver, 2 in the backfield. High snap over his head.
You got to get on it, and
Ball
still not.
loose.
Kincaid got on it. South Fork's on the football at the BPC 30.
So something that we hadn't seen for a while. You know, we'd seen some bad snaps, but most of them been low in the ground, and that one was actually over Hensley's head.
So defense going to have a short field to try and hold the Ponies out of the end zone, up 10, 24-14, 11:07 to play here in the 4th quarter.
Split backfield, 2 wide receivers here for South Fork. Going to hand off up the middle.
55.
He's just going to drag players until enough white shirts get on him to stop his forward momentum. Looks like he's going to have a gain of 5 or 6, it looks like. I think they might mark his forward momentum just crossed the goal line there.
Across the 25, yeah, we'll call it a gain of 6. The ball at the 24. (24-6) or 14 the lead for BPC.
Kincaid comes out 2 split in the backfield, going to drop back, look to throw it down the far sideline.
Almost intercepted by Hensley. Thomas, the intended receiver on the far side for South Fork.
Number 5, Jace Thomas, goes down there on the far sideline holding his right leg.
He's down at the goal line.
He actually rolled out of bounds, and no one's seen him there for a minute as he's down there. Just as the ball hit the ground, he came up lame and literally fell and rolled to get out of bounds.
Well, we've got a timeout here. We can run through some top 25 football from today. As you just passed on that Alabama, Texas A&M score early. Number 2, Georgia, 34. Number 18, Auburn, 10. Number 3, Iowa, 23. Number 4, Penn State, 20. We talked about the the Red River Shootout. Oklahoma, 55. Number 6, ranked Sooners, and the 21st ranked Texas Longhorns, 48. Ohio State, number 7, 66. Maryland, 17. Number 9, Michigan at Nebraska. That a 3-0 lead for the Wolverines.
6:58 and counting there in the second quarter. That game is in Nebraska.
Number 10, BYU falls to Boise State, 26-17. Number 11, Michigan State, 31. Rutgers, 13. Ole Miss, this is the other wild game of the day. Number 17, Ole Miss, 52. Number 13, Arkansas, 51. Number 19, Wake Forest 40, Syracuse 37 in overtime. Number 20, Florida 42, Vandy nothing, and SMU up knocked off Navy. Came from behind. SMU 24th ranked. They win 31-24 over Navy this afternoon.
I may have got confused there for a second, Chris. We were going back to live action here, not here. So split backfield handoff's going to go.
Fake the pass. And
once again, good defense there by the Spartans as they faked the handoff, which got me, and then threw a quick pass over the middle.
Single coverage there by Hensley on Noah Carroll, number 7 for the Ponies. That'll stop the clock with 10:21 to play.
And it'll bring up a
fourth and 4. Yep. You expect maybe Patterson, big man on this play. They're sending out single receivers to each side.
And they are going to hand off to Patterson. He's going to take it to the near sideline, break a couple tackles, and turn it upfield. He stepped out of bounds right here. He stepped out of bounds by a yard right in front of the official. It'll touchdown for South Fork Ponies, but I don't know how you
missed that. That was clear as day from up here. 10:13 to play, and it's a 4-point lead for BPC.
2-point conversion here. I don't think it really matters if you get it here or not. They're going to drop back and look to pass it over the middle.
Patterson
they are
on the
going
catch.
to get it as a quick hit over the middle to Joey Patterson. So that'll make the score
24-22.
So 24-22 the score here from South Fork. There is just over 10 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the contest. So there's really no need for an onside kick here other than if you just want to try to
catch BPC off guard.
Yep. But BPC does have some skill positions up there in front. As you see Bittner and Pierce up front there.
Also 5. Brock and Beekman.
Beekman and then 71.
Jackson Groudage.
He's going to kick it deep. It's going to be
Dalton.
Fielded by Dalton Huffman. He's going to bring it to the near side. Just turn up field and get a decent return. And he's still going to stay on his feet. Finally gets wrapped up and brought down, but not before he crosses the 45 to about the 46-yard line. So good field position here for the Spartans, and definitely want to see a score here.
But eat some clock, too.
Yeah, we'd definitely like to see some clock taken off, but you know what? If we break one, we break one. We just want to see some points on the board at this point. Split backfield, 2 wide receiver set for the Spartans. Handoff's going to come to the near side. That's Ben Powell. He's got to bounce it outside. Not a whole lot of running room. He's going to lower his shoulder and get the ball up close to about the 48-yard line.
Gain of 2. Call a gain of 3.
Give him a gain of 3 and bring up a 2nd and 7. Same formation once again, 2 wide receivers, split backfield. Handoff's going to go
pitch to
Horwittle. And that's a face mask.
Yep, there,
finally. There's a flag. The first penalty against South Fork comes at 9:30 in the 4th quarter.
Horwittle brought down for a loss of a couple, but we're going to get the mark off from the line of scrimmage. And that was personal foul, face mask.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was clear.
He cleated him with it, so
That'll be a big 15-yard mark off. Move it into Pony territory to the 40.
Yeah, all the way up to the 40-yard line and a first down for the Spartans.
Clock down to 9:22 to play.
2 wide receivers, split backfield. Going to be a keep this time by Hensley. He's going to catch a block and then get maybe 3 yards where he's knocked out of bounds.
56 on the stop, Brent Pierce.
Well, it looks like they're going to gain a gain of about 4, bring up a 2nd and 6. And I hope this is setting something up because the Spartans have gone outside, gone outside, and I'm hoping for a
maybe something up the middle.
Yep, something that looks like it's going outside, then a bust up the middle because they're.
That gain of 4 puts Hensley at 120 yards.
And there is the handoff up the middle
Horwittle.
with Horwittle. He's going to bounce it outside. He's to the 10-yard line. Finally going to get knocked out of bounds inside the 5.
About 33 yards on the play for Dalton Horwittle. We'll call it from the 36 to the 3.
No, Coach Zarella might have heard me when I was saying that I think we're setting something up and gave me the
Yep. So first and goal from the 3, 8:48 to play. BPC up by 2.
handoff up the middle. He's going to find
Powell
a way. Ben
in.
Powell works
Touchdown.
his way across the line of scrimmage and into the end zone. Did a really good job of following his blockers. Didn't try to kick it outside. Didn't try to cut it up too early. Just went right along with the blocker and then right up the gap for the touchdown.
8:44 to play. Now, let's see if we can get a 2-point conversion. We've failed on each attempt thus far. That's going to make it a 8-point lead, 30-22. So this is big.
It is.
Makes it a 2-possession lead for BPC.
In tight, split backfield. Going to be a quick toss to
Horwittle.
Horwittle. He's going to turn it upfield, and
Nope.
he's going to be short. So the 2-point conversion has been the Achilles heel tonight for the Spartans. But that'll make the score 30-22, 8:44 remaining in the contest. Spartans up by 8.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
And we're back here ready for kickoff. The Spartans have it teed up on the 40-yard line. Bittner to do the kicking duties once again. Going to be a short kick and going to take a good Spartan bounce, make the return man lose his footing and throws off the timing a little bit, but he's going to return it down the far sideline.
He tripped up by Dalton Huffman and then finally wrapped up by Ethan Pierce, so that might be another touchdown for the Ponies.
And he's going to have it across midfield, but we do have an injury on the field as well.
Is that the returner? Was that Thomas again?
I believe so. As we got the injury here, we're going to step aside for just a quick second, and we'll be right back.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
I have my certificate in vestibular rehabilitation, which focuses on patients with dizziness and balance disorders. It's been very rewarding because a lot of times it's a very short-lived treatment plan and the patient has remarkable results in a small amount of time.
And we're back here in Kincaid, South Fork, here at the, I almost said South Fork High School, but as you said, Chris, we're not at the school. We're actually on the north edge of town. And
right.
You know, we followed in those we followed followed the GPS, and it brought us in some backcountry roads. And
that I don't think we're going to go back that way, probably.
At one point, we actually looked at the one country road, and we're just like, yeah, you know what? This one here says it brings us right in beside the field. We go to turn, gravel. Nope,
And about maybe a lane. It wasn't much bigger than that. As it was, I believe, 5, Jace Thomas, the injured Pony player, over in front of the Pony bench. Let's see if BPC can crank up the defense here. 8:35 to go, up by 8.
So that was their main running back that was injured on the far side. Now, Joey Patterson, the 232 running back, is probably going to be the workhorse here.
And they switched up, and now we got 2 at quarterback. Played, at least on that play, Jared Tracy. And he handed off to Henley, I believe, the quarterback.
So they've moved Henley to running back. And
gain of about 4.
Brought in number 2, Jared Tracy, in at quarterback. Ball just inside the 45-yard line of the Spartans. Exactly 8 minutes remaining in the contest. 30-22 the score. Spartans on top. Split backfield, 2 wide receivers. Going to be a quarterback keeper. He's going to bounce it outside. He got wrapped up there in the backfield.
Nice, Lane Huffman. Good pursuit by, Dalton Huffman, and it was Lane Huffman that made the hit.
Yeah, I think it was Dalton Huffman that got in and got his jersey from behind to begin with that slowed him up. And
no gain.
Lane Huffman comes in, so that'll bring up a 3rd down, and we're going to say 3rd and 7.
Clock continuing to run down. 7:20 to play here in the 4th quarter. 30-28 lead for BPC. 30-22 lead, I should say, for BPC. 8-point advantage.
South Park's still just no big hurry for them. They're down 8 and just taking all sorts of time to get plays in.
Matt Judge getting ready to, there he goes. They're not going to get this play off, I don't believe.
2,
1, and they take the timeout.
I'm not going to say his counting got slower, but his counting got slower.
Right.
So South Fork's going to take a timeout there just as they were not going to get the play off. We're going to we're going to stay right here with you. 6:54 remaining in the contest. Like to thank all of our sponsors that help bring you this action week in and week out. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do this. Of course, JoJo's, we didn't get a pregame in as with the technical difficulties, but JoJo, Bushnell Banking Center, Farmers and Merchants, M&B Furniture, Webb Family Farms, Heil Enterprises, MTC Communication, Community News Brief, Rosie's Pizza, Good Hope Gardens, Hensley Grain. And we're back now here after the timeout. Split backfield, going to go quarterback keeper right up the middle. Henley on the carry. He's going to be brought down at about the 41-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th.
And about 3 or 4?
4.
Clock down to 6:38. Counting again, 30-22 lead for BPC.
So a big 4th down here for the defense because we need to get the stop and just take the ball back. But of course the Ponies are, need to keep the good. If they want a chance to win here, they need to get this 1st down.
And a lot of time again by Kincaid South Fork getting to the line.
Handoff's going to go direct snap to the quarterback. He's going to cut it back inside.
He's going to get it out.
He's going to have the 1st down and some more. Finally gets brought down, and I can tell you what this is right now. This is all arm tackling. The Spartans are not bringing their shoulder pads.
And he's down. Henley is the injured player. He's going to take it from the 41 down to about the 25.
Well, we've got another injured player on the ground. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we will be right back.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
Helps me reach peak performance.
In the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
And we're back here. Kincaid, South Fork High School, score 30-22. Spartans on top, 6:02 remaining. Unfortunate turn of events we've got going on here is they've actually brought the ambulance out onto the field. Heard Coach Zerillo play the replay down there and say that he got turned in kind of a weird angle. So
Curtis Henley, I've seen him at quarterback some tonight, number 8.
So we're going to have an extended little break here. What I'll probably do is I just wanted to update you on what was going on, but they're going to get him off the field. So I'll probably just play as many ads as I need to, then come back and do some live reads, and then right before we get back to live action. So we're going to step away here for a couple minutes, and we'll be back here shortly.
MDH has committed to having a top-notch OB-GYN unit.
The new facility, the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center, this is a quality facility that the patients need to match the quality of care.
And then we also have a new clinic, which is state-of-the-art.
And here at McDonough, we have a team. And everybody feels like they're a part of the successes that we have.
We have a strong team in our office and in labor and delivery. You will get the best care at McDonough District.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
I became a nurse practitioner because I wanted to do more, I wanted to learn more, actually have more hands-on individually with patients. The rewarding part for me is that I get to come to work and learn something new every single day.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
I have my certificate in vestibular rehabilitation, which focuses on patients with dizziness and balance disorders. It's been very rewarding because a lot of times it's a very short-lived treatment plan, and the patient has remarkable results in a small amount of time.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
And we're back here, Kincaid, South Fork.
I know you do. There's nothing you can say.
6:02 on the clock. We're still at a injury timeout. As we said, that one of the Kincaid players is down on the field. They've had to bring the ambulance out here. They're getting him loaded up on it. But if I'm not mistaken, though, that, well, we don't need to talk about that. But, Chris, this has been kind of the tale of two teams again tonight. But unfortunately, it's the opposite. As we came out, I won't say we came out sluggish, but it came out as a stalemate in the first quarter, and then we just turned it on in the second quarter.
Right.
Then it kind of seems like maybe
things are kind of even.
The third quarter off, maybe.
Yeah, kind of things have evened out a little bit after halftime. We got an 8-point ball game here again. That entry stoppage, 30-22. BPC on top by 8. 6:02 to play. It was a fourth down play that Curtis Henley picks up about 15 yards for the Ponies, and he was the one that was injured on the play at the end of the play. And Ponies will have it 1st and 10 out of the when we get back to action on the field.
As we can see the Spartan trainer making her way back across, and that was the one thing I noticed. As soon as he went down there, Coach ran out and he looked over at our trainer and was waving her out. So, and they didn't take long to, tell them, hey, we need the ambulance out here. So. When I was going through these, I found this one here. They're getting him off the field. He gives a thumbs up to show that he's all right, so that's good to see. Heil Enterprise and Heil Trucking can take your product down the road near or far. Also offers top-notch heavy-duty truck and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support BPC athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41, South Prairie City, or call 309-775-3333. I still pause every time because I'm just so used to saying Danny, John, and Travis.
Right.
So.
When you do ads, it's only playing on recording. So when you do ads, make sure to turn the main board down because they're able to hear everything that you're saying.
Well, Dwayne said they'll still hear it. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're getting the ambulance is making its way off the field now. So it'll bring up a 1st and 10 now for the Ponies.
After the timeout, for injury, we have 6 minutes remaining. Your Ponies trail by 8. 1st down and 10.
I just think they realize your truck's sitting down there. They're not getting through down there.
Right.
So the handoff is going to go to Patterson up the middle. Good,
maybe
strong
3.
Power. It's a good power run forward for him on that one. Trying to see if I can get a better view for this now. Gain of 6, going to bring up a 2nd and 4.
Should be now. There's some confusion. This should be 2nd down.
Should be 2nd and 4. Yep.
Because that was a 1st down on the
injury
play.
So here on 2nd and 4 now, they're going to bring out wide receiver now on each side of the field, split backfield. Handoff up the middle once again to Patterson. He's going to get wrapped up in the backfield, and they're just going to hang on to it until a whole host of Spartans comes back and helps clean it up.
Who got there on the bottom? Was that Horwaddle? It was Dalton Horwaddle hanging on at the bottom. slowed Patterson up.
Dalton Huffman getting up off the bottom.
10 was on the bottom. I think Dalton maybe came up and was one of the guys that hit him up high. That's going to be a 35.
It was a Dalton either way.
It was a Dalton. Yeah, you're right. A Dalton each, right? 4:10 to play here in the fourth quarter. 30-22 lead for BPC.
You can say he lost one. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5 now.
Thomas.
To Thomas, and tell you what, they had him wrapped up in the backfield. That time it was Dalton Horwittle.
Ben Powell
Spartan in.
Also in there. That's going to be a no gain or a loss.
So that will bring up a 4th down and
6.
It looks like.
Yep, a loss of 1.
Last time we had the Ponies here on 4th and 5, 6-ish.
They picked up 16 on the keeper.
Clock running, 3:30 remaining in the contest. 30-22 the score. Spartans on top. Here's a big 4th and 6 defensive play here for the Spartans.
And Ponies again, Jeff, in no hurry getting to the line of scrimmage.
No, just wasting all sorts of time.
You can run it down and take a timeout here? No, I don't know.
Well, yeah, they're not going to have enough time to get a playoff because they're already counting
Yep.
down and they don't even play in.
Yep. And that'll be, I believe, the Ponies' second timeout of the half.
I'm all sorts of confused by that coaching ideology.
3:04 to go.
You're down 8. You're pushing on the 3-minute mark, and you're letting the clock run all the way down to where you have to take a timeout.
Out of timeouts.
And they're out.
And
I was
and
going to
that's
say,
the
I
last
thought they
time.
were timeouts.
That's the second. I was going to say that's the second one we've seen them run the clock all the way down and have to use a timeout.
And they took one on that opening. They took one on that opening drive a couple plays into the half. So they were out at timeouts right now. With 3:04 to play and down 8.
What strategy are we missing here, Coach? It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Coach said he thought they were just burning clock. I don't know why you wouldn't want to keep that timeout, but I don't know.
As the famous quote says, that's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how this plays out.
Well, we're going to see how it plays out here over the next 3:04.
So here it is on 4th and 6. Pretty much the game on the line here on this play for the Ponies. You're going to drop back, look to throw it over the middle. Overthrown and incomplete. Looked like Hensley down there on the coverage.
There was some contact, but I think they're going to wave it off, kind of incidental contact. So BPC takes over on downs, 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line with 3:01 to play. And again, the big thing, like before that place,
no timeouts.
No timeouts for South Fork, Kincaid South Fork.
I mean, 2 first downs, 1 first down, and this is pretty much over.
Powell.
A little reverse, a little crossbuck, and they're going to call a
ball's out.
Ball is on the ground. Ben Powell fumbles the ball. And there's a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is.
Hold.
Hold against the Spartans. So after the fumble, to be 1st and 10 now for South Fork. Something that we've seen all year, just Ben Powell not able to hang on to the ball. Week 1, we saw 2 fumbles. Last week, we saw 2 fumbles.
So defense going to have to step it up. 2:53 to play, down up 8. 1st and 10 for the Ponies at the BPC 24.
Split backfield, 2 wide receivers for the Ponies. Handoff to Patterson up the middle. He's going to skip off the first tackle, spin around another one. They have to quit trying to tackle this kid at the shoulder pads.
Ball's out. We got it. Hensley's got it, and he's going to maybe take it all the way back for BPC.
Woo, what a turn of events.
Knocked out at the 25-yard line. Patterson had the first down, and I don't know, trying to get more yardage.
I lost it because it went right into where I'm looking at a wall and a light pole.
I thought,
So,
from my angle, I thought he was going down, and I don't know if he kept trying to drive and get more, a couple of yards or two more, and BPC knocks the ball out, and they'll have it now 1st and 10 at the Pony 24. Sam Hensley with a big return on the fumble for BPC.
all right, there's the play of the game.
Yep.
That not only did it save the game, but this very well could put the icing on it.
And like you said, with no timeouts, you get a 1st down here, you can pretty much run this thing out.
2:44 remaining. Handoff
Go right
up
back
the
to
middle.
Powell. I believe that was Bent on the carry. Yep. Gain of about 3.
Bring up a 2nd and 7 now for the Spartans, and I guess that's one way to make sure he gets his confidence back. Hey, you know what? You just fumbled it. Let's just brush it
Yep.
off, and I'm going to give you the ball the very first play.
14 carries for 117 yards for Ben. Sam Hensley also over 100 and plus yards on the night for BPC. Clock stopped with 2:31 to.
Yeah, he gave him the wind-up symbol, went over and said something to him.
And the clock's still not moving. Now they reset at 2:16, and now the clock continues to wind.
Yep. And you know what? We've seen the clock.
Yeah,
you know,
be a little
a little home cooking with it. So
down under 2 minutes to go now.
Spartans are going to be in the offset eye. They're just waiting for that back judge
Yep.
though to start counting down. Something
There
we've
we
seen
go.
all night from the other side, but this time it's actually with a purpose. Handoff straight ahead. Ben Powell's
Powell.
going to bounce it outside. I
He's
think you just take that one straight
Yep.
up the hole.
Yep. Going to lose a couple yard or so on the play.
So it's going to make it 3rd down and 11. It should be down right around the 60-second mark before they have to snap it. And
120 and counting.
so is this like the pros where they could do it, where they could take the penalty and the clock still keeps running and they could effectively run 1:30 off the clock? So they're going to spread it out with 4 wide receivers here on 3rd and 11. They'll let that thing count all the way down. And there's the snap. Hensley's going to look, roll out to the near side, and it's going to be a design
Just stay
quarterback
in bounds.
keeper all the way. Why is the clock stopped again?
Did he get out of bounds? They're saying he ran out, but
So 4th and 6. I don't know if he ran. I guess he must have ran out of bounds because the
BPC going to take a timeout. Yep, they will with 51.7 seconds to play.
they're the only ones with any timeouts
Well,
left.
but
so.
you don't know. I didn't know. I mean, at first I didn't see if maybe it was an official timeout for some reason, but it is BPC. They'll have 2 remaining.
Which it's just the clock management right now, and not by the Spartans, but we've seen earlier in the contest where almost a second and a half was ran off. That when the clock, they stopped the clock like before there was even a signal on the field. Right. They had to the officials did make them reset the clock at one point because it wasn't running. This is going to bring up a 4th and 6 though for the Spartans. 51.7 seconds remaining, and the only thing that could have been is that he went out of bounds, and I know he was close to the sidelines, and we actually said over here, don't run out of bounds. So that's the only thing it could have been. But this will 4th and 6 here. It's going to be a quick pitch.
Powell's
going to turn the corner and
not going to get it. Knocked out of bounds. That clock stopped pretty quick again. 48.1 seconds to play.
I'm telling you that it's all, now. You watch on this side how quick it stops.
It'll stop probably pretty quick here. So out of timeouts, down 8. South Fork has it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
48.1 seconds to go, and they have effectively the length of the field.
Yeah,
to go
80
here.
yards.
They are going to bring out 3 wide receivers, 2 to the far side. Nope, now they're going to switch it up. One's going to come back in motion all the way across to the near side. 3 wide receivers set, 1 setback. He's going to drop back and he's going to look to throw. He's got one open in the flat. That's where it goes. And
as soon as he catches it, now we got to bring him down. Bring him
that's
down in bounds. That's fine. They say he get out of bounds again. There's no way he was out of bounds.
Not only was he drove backwards 4 yards by the loss of forward progress, but then they stopped the clock saying that
he stepped and got
that
out.
got him out of bounds. And
39 seconds left and a first down.
And they got it down, only took to 39 seconds. Clock running now.
Oh, now they said, no, he didn't get out. Good.
Pass over the middle once again, and they're going to tackle him short of the first down. Clock going to continue to run here. They need to get up here and spike it if they're going to do anything with it now.
Do not pick that ball up. Good job, boys.
Yeah.
Smart play, Joe. Smart play.
Clock down to 15 seconds.
And
they're going to spike it.
They're going to spike it with 13 and a half seconds left, 30-22.
Be third down.
All you got to do, as a former defensive back, no one gets behind you.
Yep.
I don't care if they catch one 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. It's what's 57 yards down the field that matters.
Right.
And in these conditions, no one's going to cover that amount of ground in 13 seconds.
No.
They're going to have to catch it and run and dodge. So wide receivers all over.
Bad
High snap, fumbled. Under pressure now. He's looking to throw, going to throw it out of bounds.
Nope.
Is it intercepted? Ben Powell caught
tiptoed.
it, but
8.6 seconds. They're going to say no, he didn't stay in bounds. Ben tried to catch it and tightrope the tiptoe the sidelines on the far side. Crazy second half here.
Got to watch that far sideline.
Yep.
Number 5, Jace Thomas, one of their star players, is up there on an island by himself. And that's where they're looking to throw here on pressure's going to roll out right, throw it across the middle, incomplete pass, and that'll be a turnover on downs. 4.2 seconds remaining.
There it is.
Pass incomplete on fourth down. Be a turnover. And the Spartans will take over first and 10 with 4.2 seconds remaining in the game.
So the Spartans here will take a knee with 4.2 seconds remaining.
That will do it.
And that will be a close to the game as Hensley takes a knee. 30-22 the final score. BPC on top as they make the we'll call it a 2.5 hour drive down here to Kincaid. They'll make the Spartans 4-3 now on the season. Once again, a home game next week as the Spartans will bring in what looked like on there the second-ranked team in Freeport. Just look at Freeport. Yep.
30-22 final.
260 points. They've scored 260 points and only given up 78 this year.
Yep.
And that was before this week's game.
Right.
You know, I know you said that you believe they lost this week, so at Milledgeville, but Milledgeville is also
highly ranked,
fourth-ranked team coming into this weekend. Right. So let Chris get some stats figured up here, and we're going to wait for Coach Rodis. It's going to be a real quick JoJo's post game here, since we don't have the camera thing to set up.
And we got a long drive back to Bushnell area.
That's the one, bud. After I lost the back, it's all yellow. Okay.
So 30-22, the final score again. BPC. It wasn't easy in the second half. Crazy second half. Now to move the Spartans, as Jeff said, to 4-3 with Freeport-Akron coming in next Saturday for the 1 o'clock kickoff for Senior Day, and then 2 weeks from last night at Pawnee to wrap up the regular season.
You're listening to the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Post-Game Show, brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home some nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also, on game nights, check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell, and cheer the Spartans on to victory. As we see Coach Rodis making his way up here, and we'll get him on the air, and we'll get him on the air, Chris, and then we'll get off the air.
No, we got rid of them all for you, Coach. Good game down there, big boy.
You heard the interaction right there. So, Coach, we had some technical difficulties. It's kind of hard to believe the internet here in the back country is not very well. So, this is old school.
Yeah, I like it. That's okay.
All audio. We did record the game, so they'll be able to put it on. They'll have highlights for the highlight show. But I think we might have had a premonition on Monday when we said – you could probably put this team away early, but if you let them stick around, that it's going to be a dogfight.
Right, and we let them stick around.
As I say, welcome to the dogfight. So
yeah, and we came out on top, and these guys kept fighting. We made some big mistakes, and we didn't let it get us down. I'm very happy with that. I mean, some fumbles, interceptions, and missed tackles, and we came back the next play and kept doing it. I mean, we harped on that at halftime because we kind of ducked our head a few times or make a mistake after we made a mistake and those kinds of things, and that didn't happen in the second half.
Well, Coach, I know one of the big things we talked about was your boys being ready to come out, off the bus and ready to go. And it kind of seemed like that first quarter, which went by incredibly fast, like it was just a stalemate between the two teams. But then you guys kind of turned it on there in the second quarter and went into half. You'd only given up 37 yards of offense.
A half, yeah.
Take away the kick return at the end of the first half,
right?
And they had 37 yards of offense against you.
Yeah, no, and it's always you got to kind of feel things out and see where everything's going to go, kind of thing, and we did, and we handled it, and we called some different plays, and they were ready for our pass. That's for sure. They were lined up and said, "That's fine. We'll run the ball. We'll eat the clock. That's fine." But it's just exciting to see these guys be excited and do well.
Yeah, I mean, especially after, the game last week and the trip, and then you turn right around and have to make another 2-hour trip down to the same area. And, to be in a game like this, because this was a conversation that Chris and I had on the way down here. It's either been a blowout one way or the other, and this is the first one where they've actually had to, 4th and 6 for the ball game down on the 19-yard line.
Right. Yeah. No, and it's good to see them handle that, and take advantage of it. We had a conversation out here when they were going down the field, and the kid got hurt. Unfortunately, we were having a conversation. I'm like, man, if you guys got to understand how big, if they happen to score or something, how big a 2-point conversion is here, and don't hang your head. I mean, we were having all those conversations, and the defense, held in tough there. And I told Coach, as I was very proud of the defense and, what they were doing. And I believed in them enough to run a fake punt that I have done this year, and it was successful. But, if I didn't think the defense wasn't going to be able to stop them if we didn't get it, I wouldn't have ran that.
Right.
So, kudos to the defense. They did a great job.
One of the things that we talked about up here too, and you've kind of alluded to it with not hanging your head, Ben Powell in that fumble. You guys stopped him fourth down.
Right, yeah.
And he fumbles the ball and gives it right back to him. First person you gave the ball back to once you guys got the ball back was Ben.
And the same thing as like I told Sam when he threw that interception. I'm like, don't be guns shy. We'll have to come back to it. Just, we got to handle those things. And, once you fall off the horse, you got to get back on, right? So that's kind of what we want them to learn, If you make a mistake, we got to be right back in it.
Well, Coach, I think this is probably one of our longer post games, and we've got one of our longer drives back home. So I'm gonna go ahead.
We're gonna get on that bus, and that bus is a lot different than that church bus. But
so you're saying you prefer the school bus?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, Well, Coach, we'll let you get out of here. We'll see you next week, Saturday, home game, 1:00 p.m.
Right. Yep.
Against
Aquin.
One of the top 2 teams.
Well,
in
they
the top
lost
3.
this
they,
week,
they
I
did
do believe.
They lose to number 4 Milledgeville.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know what they got going on. I haven't watched film. Obviously, I don't know. I'm going to try to exchange film and some bad service on the way home and see what happens, because I kind of want to get that film exchanged and start looking at next week. I mean, these guys can enjoy this one, and I'll start looking at what's next.
And I've heard some good reviews over our first and 10 with Coach Rodis on Monday. So does that mean I can lock you in for this Monday too?
Yeah, you're good. Come on out. Same practice time. We're not doing anything different. We're going to keep it at 3, even though we don't have school. So.
All right, sounds good. Well, Coach, congratulations on the win tonight, and we'll see you later this week.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Coach Rodis joining us there for the post-game interview, kind of like the old school radio days where we don't have the camera in front of us, which is good because we both know I have a face for radio.
We have faces for radio. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
So once again, final score here from Kincaid. I almost said Milledgeville. I'm like, we're not even. Final score from Kincaid: Spartans 30, Ponies 22. And Chris, is there anything else that we need to cover?
I think we need to wrap it up. Thanks for Miles for setting things up down here, and we had some odd setup, but I know no internet, but thanks to him. And hey, let's pack up and get on the road home, guys.
Once again, 30-22 final score here. Spartans take the win, and we will see you next week from Bushnell as they try to get on the win streak once again. Have a good weekend.